Hello, everyone. I wanted to do a video on Armant's latest ultimate mode attempt. There's a lot of cool stuff he's doing, and I want him to get some more visibility. I wanted to first go over his rules that he's using, and then look at his replay he posted. Um, so it looks like he came up with this just today. So he's got a new approach. He and I were talking and apparently lost his save files. Having played enough Panzer Corps and worked with computers long enough, I'm not surprised by this. I think Goose has also lost save files before. He's doing another run and it's going a lot better. And here's his rules. So he only wants decisive victories. He is going to try to map wipe whenever possible. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but this he he does some pretty insane stuff that I think even the most optimistic of us would not have thought was possible. I'll just leave it there. I'm interested in dissecting how he did this. He's only going for specific heroes on all units. Uh, this is one of the keys, I think, to how he makes ultimate mode digestible. And I think I wasn't when I was thinking about heroes and units, I wasn't thinking about the hero impact being that big of a deal. But the attack plus 3 can hyper accelerate killing of enemies. And I think we're going to see that happen over and over again. And I forgot to ask him, but I suspect that the number of reloads he has to do after the first sequence of heroes are gotten, it's probably dramatically reduced because he has an attack plus 3. Um, so I have a feeling the key to why he thinks ultimate mode is trivial is this restriction here. There will be reloading for heroes. Yep. He's going to farm as much as possible. None of this is a big deal. Most people do this. Reload for the SE unit. And the other difference he's doing is he wants a high roll in surrendering attack. I think that means kills, but a high roll could also mean a low roll in the sense that you don't want to hurt them that much, so you get a lot of prestige. Yeah, he's going to do a lot of kill farming. I think that's necessary. Part of the reason why this is so necessary is he needs to get heroes as quickly as possible, because to make later scenarios easier, he needs the attack plus 3. Actually, if you get an attack plus 3 hero early, then that means getting the second hero is even easier because you're going to get more kills with each attack. So that's another thing I didn't think about. Yeah, he's especially wanting to concentrate on strategic bombers and artilleries. He really needs to up the kills on them so he can get a hero as fast as possible. So here's his core composition. Looks like 12 infantry. That's not radically, that's the same as most people. So 3 grenadiers, 6 fallschirmjägers, and 3 pioneers. So I didn't know this. Now that I'm reading through this, this is interesting. He'll have some mountain units, and then he'll switch them to fallschirmjägers. I wonder if he's grabbing those because of their attack value. So fallschirmjägers with plus 3 attack heroes are gonna really mop up. That's an interesting change. Because normally, what do we have? We have like 3 pioneers, 3 grenadiers, 3 regular, and then 3 fallschirmjägers. But apparently, regular are not good enough, probably because of the attack value. And then we get into tanks, so it looks like 8 tanks. I'm curious about why he only has 5 here, unless he plans on selling one of the SE units. Because we get, don't we get like 8 SE tanks? Actually, where are his 3? He's missing 3 tanks. And then this is fine. And he's going to leave these as Panzer IVs. I wonder if he's going to leave the hero tanks as Panzer IVs for soft cap assistance. I'm really curious what's going on with 5 SE tanks. Now, he might just sell the mouse, which would mean we go from 8 to 7. He could sell 45 SE because it's going to be pretty weak, but I would think he would keep 44, so I'm curious why that's so low. And then nothing new on anti-tank. He clearly sees value in a towed anti-tank. We're going to have eventually a Jagd Panther, and then 3 anti-aircraft. That's interesting because I'm kind of with Soren on this one. I think 4 is better. So, and given that he's going to have 1 less fighter, I'm a little confused how he's going to clean up in 43, and 44 is not particularly easy. But clearly he thinks he can get away with 1 less SE or 1 less AA. 2 scouts, I fully support this, seeing how he's using them. Yeah, he explains they're useful for capturing city hexes and surrender opportunities. I think even Soren would agree that 2 scouts is very important. The surrender opportunities are too useful. And here's something that's really different. He's going to have 14 artillery. So it looks like he's giving up an anti-tank and an anti-aircraft to get 2 more artillery. That is a lot of artillery. Goose would be proud, but I'm curious. I wonder if that's enough. Like, how do you deal with the air? You're running 1 fighter less and 1 anti-aircraft less, but maybe he's got some plan for that. He's also upping the tactical bombers. I guess Soren uses 4, but most people don't use that many. And then you've got Lentz. That's fine. And you can see that he's only got 6 fighters. Some people go up to 8. He's actually counting Hartmann and bots. That's confusing because those are coming late in the campaign. Where's Kittle? Okay, so there's your initial one, Bar, Kittle, Novotny. That's 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think he meant to say 7 fighters because he's listed 7 here. But 2 of these fighters are late, and there's an argument to be made that you could sell those if you wanted to. Yeah, he's going to have... So if you think about this, he's going to run with 1 fighter till Sedan, and then he's going to run with 2 fighters until Moscow. And then he's going to run with 3 fighters until Novotny. So that's fine. I kind of agree with him with this, by the way. I kind of wonder if Soren would agree as well. Because it gives you 1 more ground unit, and that lets you accelerate things. But the problem is 43. I'm curious what his strategy is for 43. He didn't up his AA input. So, I don't know. I don't know how he plans on doing that. Because if you watch Soren's videos, it's pretty insane, the air attack. And then 3 level bombers. This is where I disagree with him for sure. I think there should be 4. Because there's too many scenarios where 4 is insane. Like Oslo, Narvik, Marginal Line, Dunkirk, let's see, Sevastopol, Stalingrad, like the ending scenarios in 43. I think that like 4, there's many times where 4 level bombers is insane. But his core composition is very interesting, to put it mildly. So those are the rules. You can read those yourself. Let's take a peek at his replay. So standard moves. So that's a very high roll. I don't know if he reloaded for that. It could be he did because he wanted a high kill count. That's also a very high roll for the scout. And then we have the standard move. I think it was Bracata that came up with moving the infantry up north. Yeah, he's going to use a different approach that, when you look at the rules, it makes sense why he did it this way. He probably high rolled on that 7 damage there. He did that for mass attack bonus, so the anti-tank would be less likely to fire back. He's going to do something radically different on turn 3 that makes sense to me to see. Yep, this is the standard move. Okay, let me pause here. You're probably like, what is happening? Can we scoot back? He moves this tank up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he has to do that next turn. So his plan is he's going to pull this infantry unit out and kill farm it, and he's also going to get these points. And so he's doing this not to get kills on the tanks, which he's just going to sell. He's actually doing this to get kills on the mountain unit. You're going to see this. It's actually a really good idea. Yeah, he's definitely high rolling on the fighter, but that's in his rule set. That's fine. He definitely has to high roll a lot of these rolls. I've play tested this a lot, and you need a little bit of luck to kill this anti-tank. It's if you only have one artillery piece up north, you have to reload. Now he swings the mountain unit back, and he's going to kill farm the rest of the time with it. So it's fascinating that he's taking 2 units off the front line that I find struggling to find kills because you run out of units, and he fixes that problem. Oh yeah, this is a new trap. I should... Yeah, this is a good trap. That's why he didn't take this hex. I'm going to guess, is the scout more tempting than towed artillery? Because I think... Oh, actually, I take that back. I don't think the cavalry can see the artillery and trucks. So I guess it's a question of, is the scout more tempting or is the tank more tempting? And he's showing that the scout is more tempting. And that allows you to set up a nice controlled fighter trap, a variant of the one I originally came up with. And they're at an airfield, so they're refueled. See, this is such a good strategy. What's interesting is he pre-damaged the cavalry, so it was a lot weaker here. That was a good idea. He probably reloaded on that one, but I'm not sure, because the infantry can do a lot of damage. He's definitely making sure he high rolls on fighter attacks. Look at this kill farming, it's insane. I think he got a high roll on the artillery suppression there. Cool. That was an okay roll. So he has to make sure he doesn't kill this. So he may have made sure not to kill that, because otherwise units get made. And now this cavalry is harmless. Yeah, he's gonna de-entrench the anti-aircraft. And then he makes sure to pull the anti-aircraft away from the airfield. Boom. Yep. And now he has a perfect distribution of units to clean up all over the map. But you still have to reload here. That was a high roll, I think. So Bracada's strategy is still in effect many years later. That, I feel like that was a high roll. That was an unusual outcome. Also, by parking the tank next to the airfield, he solves the fighter problem I often run into, and that's the fighter regenerates full health every time, and that increases the chances the fighter does damage. But with the tank next to the airfield, it can only rejuvenate 2/3 of its missing health. So the chances of the fighter damaging your fighter dramatically reduces. He's definitely going to have to reload here sometime. Because that tank is at. So you can see he's kill farming with the mountain unit. It's what I thought was weird is that he didn't kill the infantry unit, but that would be defeating the purpose of what he's doing. He wants the infantry unit alive so he can keep kill farming. And if you think about it, he needs to get heroes immediately. His whole strategy is predicated on attack +3. So he damaged the tank, the TKS tank, enough so it wouldn't attack his tank. I think Soren should watch this and be like, oh yeah, this is taking my ideas of kill farming to the extreme. Yeah, that mountain unit. I want to know what the kills are after every scenario. Because that mountain unit, is it going to get like 60 kills in once in Poznan? So he parks the scout next to this TKS so it doesn't fully rejuvenate. I think he backed the mountain unit away so that the plane could rejuvenate more health. Also, the other infantry unit didn't rejuvenate health, so it's easier to kill later. Then he finds this nifty little surrender So he has this really weak tank, so that's giving him a crazy amount of prestige. He got 15 prestige. That was amazing. So he had the high roll on those, but that's okay. And he uses the tank to get another 19 prestige. Disgusting. And he kills farms. This is so many kills. This is really, really good. So that was the last unit. You can see he map wiped. So this is a modification to a lot of different ideas taken to the extreme. I would love to see what the kill count is of every core unit after a scenario, because like what, that mountain unit hit like 60, maybe like 70 kills. I'm sure the fighter was, approaching 100, which is theoretically possible. And notice that there's extra kills on the TKS. Like the Toad anti-tank struggles in this scenario, but with the way he played with it, there was 30, 40 kills. I mean, the experience on it could be, approaching a star, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's key that you get the prestige and you get the kills and the experience as fast as possible. I have a feeling that's the way that he trivializes the maps. And I also think it means he reloads less as the scenarios progress. All right. You should check out his channel, and I want to do more videos on all of his replays. Okay, Richard out.